is there. If you didn't see it, clip it and go get a screenshot. We don't have any time to talk about the next matches. We are talking about this match. It is Plot Twist and Space Station Gaming. This is a loser's bracket matchup. So the loser here is done with DreamHack in its entirety. The winner gets to stay alive and play at least one more match. And Zipical with a big drive right at Taroko.
Both teams giving all they got here. Last chance. They got to win 2 to make day 3 stacks. And their run is going to start here. Whoever wins this will move on to their qual match. But both these teams have looked like titans over the course of the weekend. This is definitely one to watch.
It is going to be flipped over by Arsenal. Now Corrupted G bringing it back the other way. The thing about this Plot Twist team is with Corrupted G, you're not going to get a ton of flashy plays. He is very much just an all-business kind of player. Taroko's going to try and dribble this one out through Arsenal, and Arsenal's up to the task. But on the other side, you got 3 guys who will light up a highlight reel in AXB, Zipical, and now Arsenal being added to the mix. Difficult to start the counterattack. Taroko has a chance, but AXB is there just ahead of him. And we know how deadly this combination of Taroko and Mektos is. We've talked about it all weekend. We've seen it in action all weekend so far.
This is a real challenge for them, though. Playing against Space Station Gaming. These guys have definitely shown up when they've needed to. Now they need to. That being said, the demos from Plot Twist to try to open up this net. Zipical has to get a tough save. Almost got dunked by Taroko. Space Station alive as they clear this one out.
Arsenal, he had lots of dribbling, but the ball was deflected away from him, and all 3 members of Plot Twist were bunched up for a moment there. That's going to allow Space Station Gaming to get downfield pretty easily, but they'll be met there by Corrupted G. Taroko getting bullied in the net, so Gabe has to clear it away, and he does rather easily. Another ball sent away by Zipical, but he hasn't found a teammate. Instead, he's found Mektos, and a chance now for Plot Twist. Centering pass on the way, but Taroko only gave it a look. He did not commit to the play. That allows him to commit here on defense.
He's able to get this ball back inside for Space Station's in. Plot Twist looming, and the shot will come through by Mektos. Great pass from Corrupted G.
This kind of came out of nowhere. It didn't look like Plot Twist had anything going on, and just a routine ball not cleared away by Zipical. It did get up on him in a hurry, and Corrupted G scores the opener.
Corrupted G, I mean, he's been playing very good. Wait, Corrupted G didn't score that. Zipical will score this one.
Yeah, Zipical scoring here, and how about this?
What a bump from AXB, just completely removing Mektos from the play. You're not going to say it today. We're going to tie it up. This game has been blazing by. 1 minute and 50 seconds left.
Taroko sends one over. Zipical missed that one too, and Mektos makes him pay again.
Second goal for Mektos now. Phenomenal performance, but a big miss from Zipical. He needs to hit that. Teammates cannot stop that shot no matter what happens. And we see right now Plot Twist showing up.
And Taroko's up for this one. We have seen this team score in bunches all weekend. We've seen them score in bunches well before this weekend as well. AXB to try and change direction on this. It will be Mektos instead. AXB taking Corrupted G out of the play. But he is quickly back in.
Yeah, the double commit on the play as well. They have to make sure to not commit too many resources. Otherwise, Space Station will have a lot of room to work with. Arsenal, AXB looking for a bump on Corrupted G. Save there, and the transition will begin.
Off to the corner it goes. Space Station looking to get back into this game. They've got one back. That's an opportunity that Corrupted G has dealt with. And he is getting it all done on the defensive end for Plot Twist.
Plot Twist not slowing down. Corrupted G, prime save. They're waiting for the ball here, but they're not putting themselves in a tough spot. This is really good Rocket League from them. Space Station trying to find a crack in the wall, though. They're looming, but the clock is not on their side.
Nekdos over top of one, but he's going to have a tough time getting downfield all by himself. Corrupted G opts to use Taroko. Pretty good option. And the demo is going to open things up now for Plot Twist if they can get this away from AXB, and they do. Nekdos doesn't have the most boost to work with, but he's at least applied enough token pressure to keep Space Station deep in their own zone. Their last chance to break out right here. Typical. Had to play it slow. This is cleared away. It will be kept up, and Space Station stays alive, but not for long, as Corrupted G lets this one fall. And it is Plot Twist taking game one.
Good start for Plot Twist here. Mekto's got 2 goals, but he's at the bottom of the list. Most of the work being done here from Taroko and Corrupted G all over the field. Mektos was a great shooter this game, not to put him down in any particular fashion. And Plot Twist, just from how aggressive and fast they are, has caught Space Station Gaming off guard. And now for Space Station Gaming, they got to take a quick look at how that last match was played, because that was not the start they wanted. Only were able to score a goal there, even after 8 shots.
Yeah, 7 saves on the part of Plot Twist. Anytime you see that many saves, you think that the team with all those saves was under constant pressure and got outplayed and outscored in the game. The chances for Space Station were not all that high quality. Some were, but not enough to make Plot Twist feel uncomfortable. Going into game 2, they've got to get a little more creative. They've got to move side to side, make Plot Twist waste some boost in the defensive end, and put maybe that same number of shots on, but put them on with higher quality chances. We'll see what happens here in game 2. Corrupted G gives it away to Sipical, and Taroko has Mektos all the way downfield. They would score it in, say, a Beyond tournament, but not here in Montreal.
My. Arsenal able to put that shot on and also get a bump in the air. Space Station starting this one off on the right foot. Hold on to the possession, because that was one of the things that really cost them the last game. Not able to hold possession in the Plot Twist half. Credit to Plot Twist for being able to get it out, but Space Station has to really lock Plot Twist in their own end if they want to have a chance here.
Typical waiting for that corner boost. Sure enough, it spawns after he can't get to it. And so he is left picking up pennies, but AXB is going to give him all the time he needs. Corrupted G dropped down for Taroko, and it's sent away by Sipical. Everybody committed on that play for Plot Twist, and Sipical scores an empty netter.
Good empty netter. Like you said, so much commitment there from Plot Twist. They really wanted to score first this game, even putting themselves in a very dangerous position. And we saw what happened on the transition. Easy open net goal for Space Station to start this game off.
Nektos side flips. Corrupted G called him off. And it will be played all the way downfield. AXB's got to take this himself. And has not created much of a rebound opportunity. But Nektos missing. That almost put Space Station in business.
Space Station starting to really warm up here. Look at how AXB's going to move down the field. A good challenge. Reciprocal. He picks it up. He moves really quick with it. It's off target. This is what I mean. They keep them at their own end with the dribble plays, force the defense into a tough spot, and try to capitalize. You just have to find their mark.
Kind of sad that they wasted that effort by AXB, because that was brilliant from the first touch in his own back line all the way to the attacking third of the field. Now, what can Plot Twist do? They can turn it over to AXB, and that is a problem. Arsenal and Sipical run into each other, and a great opportunity has been squandered. Arsenal denied by 2 defenders, and Mekdos will just bounce this away. The offense on both ends has been disjointed at best, but right now it's Space Station in front.
Space Station are applying good pressure. I love what I saw from Plot Twist. Their backboard was getting hammered, and they finally were able to get Gabe up on top of that to really cover that particular angle. Otherwise, they would have been scored on yet again. After some, I don't know, 5 or 6 touches, you got to think Space Station are saying, okay, well, we can definitely hit this off the backboard. Let's just keep playing that and keep going. But look at this, Corrupted G waiting on that backboard, able to help to clear it out.
He tried to come down for a dribble play without any boost, and it almost cost him. Taroko rushing downfield for this ball does take out Arsenal. That gives them a chance, but Sipical is more than up to the task defensively. He got a demo as well, but he left the ball to do that, and nobody came in to follow up behind him.
At that point, once you see Sipical go for a demo like that, it really shows like the danger of that situation. If Sipical misses the demo, Arsenal cannot go. Even if Sipical hits the demo, Arsenal can't follow up to take that shot. He kind of removes himself as a shooter on that play, puts his team in a very risky reward spot. That time it didn't pay off.
Arsenal. That's a double commit from Space Station Gaming, but not the best clear either from Plot Twist. Again, disjointed is the word of the day as far as this match goes. Arsenal got a piece of Taroko, but Mekdos is right there to help him out. Another drive from Sipical is going to be high, and Plot Twist remain only down 1.
Down 1, still though, not in the best position for them as, again, they've been choked on their own half by Space Station. Consistent amounts of offensive pressure. They haven't been able to set up their own offense, and Space Station have been able to hold them to no goals scored this game.
Played back in. Plot Twist having a real hard time getting out of their own zone. They cannot get back into this game. Another challenge won by AXB. Corrupted G takes the long way out of the zone. Now Arsenal with 30. He'll be taken out of the play, but Sipical comes in, and again, all he has to do is stop that ball from leaving the zone. He has done it brilliantly. 15 seconds remain, but Arsenal's missed this. Finally, a break in the action for Plot Twist to get downfield, and they do not. AXB takes advantage, and this one is all over.
Bad challenge there from Taroko. No one back in net. AXB sees the opportunity and strikes hard in order to believe their first win for Space Station here in this series.
The final seconds will tick away, and Plot Twist will be very disappointed that they had a few chances to get downfield and they got in each other's way, but the physical play, Dazarin, from Space Station, I think it really threw them for a loop, and they did not quite have a way to adjust.
Space Station also, one thing to note from them is they have Chrome as their coach here. Chrome, former coach of NRG. We've all seen how dominant NRG is, but he's been watching NRG play for a very long time, and I think as their coach moving over to Space Station Gaming, he's able to find a lot of mistakes that Plot Twists are making, probably being able to talk to his team in between times like how we're like right now is something that's a crucial factor, because we saw a change here from Space Station Gaming in terms of how they've been playing their offense, and we also saw Plot Twist, no goals scored from them. They were only able to get 2 shots. That game looked completely in Space Station's hands. Now we're going into game number 3, and we might just see Space Station really start to take control of this series here.
Mekdos with a 5 spot on the scoreboard, and normally that's a really good thing. The problem is it was 5 saves, as Plot Twist was stuck in their own defensive end for so much of that game, especially down the stretch. They're trying to break downfield. They're trying to spread out and get on the offensive end, get that 1 goal back that they needed, and Space Station cut them off every single time. A new 5 minutes on the clock as we try to break a 1-1 tie in Game 3.
Plot Twists have to start this out on the right foot. cannot afford to go down by 1 early on in this game. Corrupted G is going to come through, try looking for a setup, but the Mekdos with the back pass. Look at Space Station, though. They're chasing this ball too far or too close to it at times, and they just haven't been able to really get this one started. It's the first 30 seconds, so we're playing right off the kickoff here, so not too much to worry about.
Mekdos will direct this to the target, but Sipical is there, and he has not created a juicy rebound at all for Plot Twist to take advantage of. Sipical, he'll bounce one in. That didn't have any promise either. Now we'll see what Plot Twist can do. AXB, sure-handed, but he's giving it away to Corrupted G, who's lurking at midfield, and he scores.
Corrupted G, very good first goal on him. AXB gets it past Mekdos, but no one was expecting Corrupted G to put that one on net. Defense from Space Station Gaming lacking here as they do give up a goal.
Corrupted G, one more touch. He's going for the goal here, and it's going to be sent away by Sipical. They took advantage, Plot Twist, of a couple of critical misses from Sipical in Game 1. Outside of that, Plot Twist had been relatively silent up to this point. Arsenal.
They were stuck in their own end. They had no way to get out. They're finally able to establish some offense here. It's a great adjustment from the team, especially mid-series after dropping a game completely shut out. They got a lot of work to do because although they're making adjustments, so is Space Station. Arsenal gets the double, but it's off target.
And that was after a demo from Sipical. This is trouble from AXB. He didn't clear it initially, but he gets a little lucky. Mekdos' shot rattles off the bar. And now Arsenal can send this one downfield, but he doesn't have anything to follow the play up with.
Oh, that's an excellent touch from Taroko. He's going to follow it up, looking for a shot. It's high off the bar. He gets another one. Can they save it? They cannot. Taroko scores the second goal for Plot Twist.
Taroko. He is inevitable, and he just barely gets that by Arsenal. And Plot Twist, while they haven't played very well from behind in this series, they have played exceptionally well with a lead. Both teams have, actually. We've not seen any comebacks so far. Mekdos got this in front, but Sipical has set it all the way across out of harm's way. AXB with a drive. That is not cleared, but that is saved and finished off on the defensive side. Plot Twist, they kind of got away with one there because nobody followed up the play for Space Station, and they almost converted on a goal on the other side.
Well, there's a lot of room for Taroko, but he gave up possession with that touch. He shouldn't have sent it off to the sidewall. It would have been way better to dribble it just to keep it through. You already see both teams, so many demos coming out this game, trying to force a defensive mistake and score. It's worked great for Plot Twist. They have really made Space Station seem rattled in this game. Space Station Gaming have 2 minutes to get this one under their control, or they're going to go down 2-1 in the series.
Corrupted G to center for Taroko, and again, another ball dumped into the Space Station zone. But this will break away. Banking towards the target, and Mekdos has to confront it. Another shot coming in, nobody home, and Arsenal has Space Station on the board.
Excellent shot placement here from Arsenal. As you can see, there's no one in net. The ball's in the air, and he puts it in the one spot Taroko can't get to it. Taroko has a great angle to the ball, too. You can see the boost trail and just see how late he was, and that's all due to just a quality shot from Arsenal.
Typical. Going to go over Corrupted G, but Corrupted G going all the way back, and he has disrupted the efforts of Space Station for now. Typical will leave that for AXB, but they do not have anything going forward, so Mekdos, he can delay things a lot for SSG. Plot Twist trying to close out Game 3. Get back ahead in this series. They have hung around with almost everybody they've played this weekend. Corrupted G to center. But nobody committing And it does look like Plot Twist are committed to playing the defensive game here and not overcommitting with a 1-goal lead.
They cannot afford to overcommit with a 1-goal lead. They don't want to drop this here. But you see Space Station also getting ramped up as well. We've seen 2 back-to-back goal line save pinches coming from Plot Twist as well. But that's really effective to clear it out. 30 seconds remaining. All they need to do is kill the clock here.
Since when is being able to afford to overcommit stopped anybody from overcommitting? Here is Corrupted G. One more touch needed. Mekdos is lurking at midfield. He'll go up to challenge Arsenal and will get there in the closing seconds. Space Station with one last chance getting downfield. AXB to center. Taroko cuts him off. This will get to the middle of the field and kept up for a moment, but Plot Twist hang on for dear life to take game 3.
This is the part where Plot Twist loses the next game. Because they've been, every time they're up 2-0 in a series or just up in the series by 2, they always drop the next game. I'm so upset about that. They haven't been able to close it out. I feel like they're not going to close this next one out. To be honest, I think that this is going to be Space Station really putting this game back into their own hands. Yet again, they'll make that adjustment. They only lost by 1 goal here. And this has been a very tight match between both these teams. Plot Twist, though, if they can really continue to keep the momentum, we might see a 3-1.
So going into game number 4, and all right, that happened. Game 4 now, about to get underway, and it is a must-win, of course, for Space Station. They've been in this spot before. Plot Twist has had plenty of chances, as you mentioned, Dazarin, to close teams out, and I'm not as annoyed as you are with Plot Twist's inability to close out series. That just means we get to see yet another Game 5. And it has been a fun weekend if you love close series. Yesterday, 6 different matches went the distance. This one threatening to do much the same. Game 4 is underway between Plot Twist and SSG. And it starts with Corrupted G trying to get Plot Twist on the board early. And it's a good challenge by Plot Twist. But AXB should have this downfield, only as far as Taroko, who has enough for one more touch, and he scores!
First goal scored here from Plot Twist. A great start from them. AXB looking for a pass to Typical downfield. He's last man, though. He gives that ball right to Plot Twist. It's so much better for them to start this one off with a dribble play with the positioning that Space Station Gaming had on the stream. Or on the stream.
It is Mekdos getting beat by AXB, and immediately we are tied.
Right back, Space Station score. AXB carries that one by himself. Look at the slight touch to get it over Mekdos. Very close play there, but Space Station strike back.
Taroko trying to get a piece of Sipical after the kickoff. Try and slow things down for Space Station. We look like we're going to have another back-and-forth game in Game 4. Par for the course here on the B-Stream this weekend. Mekdos misses that, though, and Corrupted G can't get a shot on. It'll be Sipical. Well, he flipped that up, and Mekdos is all over it. Arsenal has only dumped it to the corner, and Corrupted G will gladly take it.
Big goal here from Corrupted G as well to start Plot Twist off here. 3 goals in the first minute. Arsenal looking for a save, but Corrupted G has the read on the ball and hammers it into the back of the net.
Mekdos AXB on the kickoff. It will be Sipical who beats Taroko, but he could not get that with any pace towards the net, so it is saved away. The lead remains for Plot Twist for the time being, but Space Station is all over them. Another ball headed towards the middle. Sipical needs some help, and none is coming. Corrupted G. He was looking for Mekdos, but Mekdos was nowhere to be found. He was waiting to make this challenge into the net.
And look at this typical infield pass to Arsenal. By the time the ball hits the top of Arsenal's octane, Mekdos is right on top of it to get a beautiful challenge. Plot twist looking good, but these are early goals here. We got plenty of game time left. Remember, if Space Station Gaming lose this game, they are out of the tournament.
Plot twist trying to stop upsetting Dazarin and actually close out a team when they get the chance to. Arsenal has other plans for Space Station. He's having a tough time getting downfield, but he made the most of it. Now Corrupted G. He has been very active here in Game 4. Mektos with a boomer downfield. Arsenal dumps this to the corner, and he will follow this play up. We have seen Space Station have done a good job of getting the ball out of the middle over to the corner, but they haven't done it with any kind of control. It's been left there, and Plot Twist have been all over it. Corrupted G will drop one towards Mektos, and Mektos has to turn and wait.
Plot Twist scored that goal and go up 4-1 and be devastating for Space Station at this point. They're playing really good Rocket League. Space Station having a hard time breaking out of their own half. Arsenal looks for the carry, uses all his resources. Typical is the last man in the blue corner just to keep this ball in and buy his team enough time. But that's still going to drop back into the midfield. Plot Twist holding on to their 2-goal lead.
Sirocco has Mektos on the opposite corner, but he will rotate out, and now Taroko coming on against AXB. And back downfield it goes. Taroko and AXB, teammates at a LAN once upon a time. Actually in Canada, they happened to win it last summer. Mektos now has an open net, and he scores.
This is Plot Twist running away with this game. A quick goal for Mektos. The flick over. He gets it over Arsenal and typical AXB. He was waiting in the midfield for a play, and Mektos sees that opportunity, barely gets it in the back of the net. But this goal here, 3-goal lead. Can Plot Twist hold on? It looks likely.
It would be a monumental effort to get back into this game from Space Station Gaming. Taroko leaves it for Corrupted G. That gets around 1. If Sipical could have this whole series back, I'm sure he would take it. He has struggled on the defensive end. A few balls have come out of the corner that he has not been able to deal with well. Arsenal now trying to go underneath Corrupted G. He's cut off. Minute 15 to go. Space Station probably need to score on this trip to feel like they've got a chance, and Mektos shuts the door on them. This will be left, I think, intended for Sipical, but he needed to go to the corner. Kind of got caught in between decisions. That slows Space Station down a little bit and allows Plot Twist to get control again. So AXB has to make a save. Oh. There's a demo in the net, and there is the dagger from Corrupted G.
Fitting for Canadian Fury to put this one away with that 5th goal there from Plot Twist. Space Station Gaming, the lead got taken away from them. They were down by 2, 3, 4 now. And they just want to rush to get back into this game, and it's just not happening for them. They put themselves out of position time and time again, and the ball just keeps going in their box from Plot Twist. They're taking advantage of every mistake they're making.
Plot Twist well in the driver's seat now, looking ahead to NRG, because Mouse Sports swept them in the upper bracket final. Mektos misses there of little consequence. I did not stutter. Mouse Sports swept NRG. And so NRG is down in the lower bracket waiting for Plot Twist now, as they have dismissed Space Station Gaming, and there's one more for good measure at the end of Game 4.
Yeah, that's going to be it for Space Station Gaming. And Plot Twist are going to play NRG to see who makes day 3. That's a match I did not expect to happen. Oh my goodness. 3-0 from Mouse on NRG. That's wild.
That is wild indeed. Cloud9 and Dignitas, the other matchup in the upper bracket, and this is still only half of the action that we're going to have